It's official, Brock here. It's official, Brock here.
All right, everybody, welcome to the It's Official Brock's Here podcast presented by Brock Lane Films. We got York High legend Khalid Dorsey here.
Yes, sir. How y'all feeling?
Man, yo, thank you for coming, man. This is awesome.
Yes, sir,
This is crazy. So, yeah, man, I'm just going to get straight into it. So, meeting Khalid, York High, played football at York High. Did you play any other sports?
I ran track.
Track. Oh, that's right. Yeah, track. And just like a superstar athlete at York. I remember I was filming semi-pro football, and Darren Stevens,
June.
June hit me up and was like, "Yo, you got to come to York High, and you got to see this kid, Khalid Dorsey. He's an animal." And I was just like, "Okay, yeah, I'll come check him out." But come in there and see, because I'm from Southwest, so like, I don't know, we never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Like coming and like, I remember back in the day, just like York High wasn't really, they weren't really that good when we were playing. But coming there and seeing you, like, that was like so wild. Like the whole like speed kills, all that. Like you were just, I think that first game you had 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it was just kind of off the races from there. And, like, I wasn't trying to get paid or anything.
Yeah.
Like, I just showed up. Like,
Nah, that's why we appreciated you, though, bro, because you was, like, doing it out the strength. I was talking to Mott the other day, and we was, like, at the field looking at everybody that played for York High. And I'm like, yo, we really had some dogs come through York High. And, like, Brock got highlight films of all them. Like, we were just naming, like, Deja, Florida, Witt, Toby. We was just, like, we got some dogs, and Brock, like, he wasn't even trying to get paid. He just was doing this, like, for him and for us. So that's why we appreciated you for that, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man.
for real.
For the people, yeah. And, just seeing how the program turned around, like, talk about how those years were before your senior year, because you guys were, like, 1-9.
Yeah, when I first started playing for York High, we was 0-10. But I would say, we was 0-10. Like, I would say that was my favorite year, though, because that, like, shaped everybody. Like, we had one of the best teams, but we didn't have, like, the coaching or the discipline. And then when Coach Stoner came in, we went 1-9, and everybody was still laughing at us. Everybody was still, like, making fun of us. Mm-hmm. And then my senior year coming up, I'm like, we just got to win. That was my mindset. Like, I didn't care about – I had a crazy season, but I wasn't worried about stats. I wasn't worried about – what anybody was saying, because I was going to go to York Catholic, my boy Dre, like I was telling you.
Oh, wow. I didn't
know
that.
But then Coach Stoner came, and he was like, nah, like, we're gonna build this program, like brick by brick, and that's what we did. So Coach Stoner was a big impact, but, like, as a team-wise, our mentality was, like, we not losing. We're tired of getting laughed at. Right. We're tired of people, like, just making fun of us. We was 1-9. We was losing to people we never lost to, like.
Right.
So just that next year, we was just turning up. We was at Smith. That's what really shaped us. We was at Smith because our field was getting redone. And we was practicing, like, full pads on grass, Smith grass. And we never did that at York High. We never practiced on grass.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we was practicing on grass, running up the hills at Smith. Playing basketball. We was getting to it. And that's what really, like, built the brotherhood with York High. Because now when we go in that, like, AFL building Coach Stoner built.
Oh, yeah.
It's people like Fizel, for example. Florida, a D3 coach was in there, and Florida cussed. But Florida be playing. Florida cussed, and Fizel said, "Yo," everybody was laughing. He said, "Yo, look back." The whole team looked back. He said, "It's a college coach here. Watch your mouth." Anybody. Wow. That's just like the standard that we set. So now that's like carrying on with York High. Right. That really made me proud because I ain't had to say nothing, or nobody else had. Like Fizel just did that, like.
Talking about Maurice, right?
Yeah. He just did that out of, like, the foundation.
Yeah. Wow, yeah. So you guys built that, like, firm foundation.
Yeah, for sure.
And from there, now it's like, dude, kids, like, I remember, I don't know if you remember him, but it was he would have been a junior when you were a senior, Brighton Halstead.
It's my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my boy, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll never forget, it would have been his senior year when we played McCaskey. Mm-hmm. He came up to me and he was like, yo, I just want to let you know, like, because of your videos, I came out for football.
Yeah, for sure. Like, cause he was one of those kids that were like, he wasn't very athletic, but like, he was just one of those guys that brought the energy to the team.
The heart,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and he was one of those guys that worked hard in the weight room, and that's what you need on teams. Cause he was the guy like, we could be down 2 touchdowns, and he'll be like, let's go, everybody. He'll just be still smiling. Like, what the hell are you smiling for, bro?
Yeah.
Like, we losing. He'll be, let's go, guys. Good energy, good energy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. He sent me a couple messages on Facebook, like, after football and everything.
Yeah.
That's a good guy, bro. Like, I respect him a lot.
Yeah, he's a good kid. Yeah. So it's like, you need those people in the background. It's like, you got Deja,
Yeah, for sure.
All those guys.
That's what I said. Like, my senior year, we had some dogs. Like, you was named, we had some dogs. But we also had low-key guys that were good. Like, that's what you need on your team. Everybody don't need to be like a superstar or anything, but it's them low-key guys, like, that really put in that work. Like, Willie Molina, oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, one time, it was my senior year. We was doing hitting drills, and we was doing offense versus defense, and he was on scout. And I was playing around, like, we were just having fun. But Willie was not playing around. He really hit me. And that's why I'm like, I got to turn this shit up. Like, he hit me hard. I'm like, yo. And he brought that energy every single play. Yeah. And that's why I forever respect Willie. Yeah. Because he was one of those dogs that was like, it's 3rd down. I'm going to go tackle somebody and get that 4th down. Like, I'm getting that stop, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, that senior year, so you ended up breaking the all-time rushing record at York High. Yeah. Did you know you were on track to do that? Because I had no idea.
No, I didn't either. Coach Stoner just told me, like, we got to Spring Grove week, and then he was like,
that's like middle of the season.
Yeah, he was like, you only need like 10 more yards to get 1,000.
Oh, wow.
Those first 3 games, I went for like 10 touchdowns, like 700 yards.
Oh, wow.
Like, easy. But it was just like, Coach Stoner told me in the middle of the season, like, you're like 10 yards away from 1,000, right? Yeah. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I'm about to rush for 1,000. Like, but back in the day, that was like big for York High. Like, a back rusher for 1,000. Right. You would get the ball. Everybody on the team would sign your ball. Like, but now it's just like, that's just easy now.
Right. Yeah.
So, like, but nah, I didn't know. I didn't know I was on the pace. I just was trying to win every game. Like,
right. And then, what game did you break it? After Spring Grove?
No, that was my 1,000 yards. I broke it Central.
Yeah.
In the championship game, Central. Yeah. I broke it. I didn't even know I was on the pace to break it then. I just was trying. My main goals was to beat Central because
that's always the goal.
Yeah, we were at a little flag football tournament, and some kid from Central was just talking shit, like. And I'm like, bro, like, we're nowhere near the season. Like, I'll see you week 10. I'm going to make sure we see you week 10. Right. And if you look at my video, when I scored on Central, I stiff-armed him to the dirt. I'm like, wow. Yeah, I'm like, bro, you talking all that. We don't see y'all till week 10. We worried about Reading. And that's what I was telling the team. Like, yo, we're going week by week, step by step. Reading, McCaskey, Cedar Cliff, we're just going to go week by week. Right. And then we're going to see Central. Like, we're going to see them. We ended up beating them for the championship. So.
Right. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. I also have bad blood against Central because when I was at Southwest our senior year, we won every single game except for Central. Yeah. And like they're just too good. Yeah, they're always too good.
I'll give it to them.
They're good though. Yeah. We'll give them their flowers. We'll give them their flowers for now. But okay, so then senior year, what was like the recruiting process as far as like, were you getting a bunch of offers? Or what type of offers were you getting? I basically had like the whole P set, but as far as D1, I had like Sacred Heart, Howard, obviously. Right. I had it was some decent schools, but like, I had a walk on to Penn State too. But I didn't take that. Wow.
Yeah. But I had some good D1 offers. I didn't like, now I really like kicked off the recruiting like for our school because when we first like that 0-10 year, we didn't have nobody coming in the schools. And that 1-9 year, we did decent. Like we were terrible, but we did.
PSAC.
Yeah, but like we had a couple PSAC. Right. But then it was a camp that Coach Stoner took me to really set it off, and I missed the track meet for it. Oh, wow. That's why everybody in the city hates Coach Stoner. So yeah, shout out Coach Stoner.
Yeah, man.
taking
Shout
me to the. It was a national preps camp in Maryland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was like one of the first ones though.
Yeah,
and I
because
ran
they just came New York High.
Yeah,
this
they
past
started.
year.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
I ran like a 4.4 something, and right after that, as soon as I walked off my 40, Bryant University, they came up to me, and Coach Stoner came. No, Coach Stoner was on the field, and he was like, I hope you're offering my kid. I think that I hope that's why you're coming up to talk to him. He was like, yeah, Coach, we're gonna give him a full ride.
Wow.
We seen his speed, we like his speed. We want to give him a full ride to Bryant, and that really just took all the stress off my back. Cause with the recruiting, it's like if you play sports and you got recruited, you know, like coaches will talk to you just to talk to you,
Right.
tell you to come to camps, all this stuff.
Right.
Like coaches know what kid they want,
Right.
and the recruiting process is just tricky. They'll make you fall in love with the school and not even offer you.
Wow. Yeah.
So all the kids going through the recruiting process, just trust it, like, and trust God.
Right.
You'll be straight.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, and you're talking about that was kind of like the start, and it's crazy to see now where Stoner has the program at. Like I was seeing his Facebook the other day, and he's got a list of like 20 colleges at the AFL building.
Like we work out in there, so
is that true?
Yes, like
Nice.
he's not capped.
Awesome.
That's why like he's bringing the schools in. Now it's up for the student. It's up to the student athletes to do what they like. Apply yourself to it. He had the University of Kentucky coming, SEC. I have never seen that at York High.
Wow.
Like the University of Kentucky. Yeah,
Wow.
West Virginia, Louisville, like
Right.
me. Like we was talking to West Virginia coach. Like I'm just like,
yo,
yeah. Stoner like, all
let
these
me
guys
enter
are
the
my
transfer
boys.
portal again.
Yeah, Stoner like, all these guys my boys, man. They ain't your boys, man. Nah, but he brings the schools in, and he don't never like deny no college coaches. Like we had Catholic University coming. I don't even know what that school is, but like, he was introducing kids like to that coach.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So he's Coach Stoner. He's gonna help you if you doing what you're supposed to do. You got 3.0, you got good grades, you will get recruited. Coach Stoner will help you.
Yeah, and that's what I like about Stoner is he's not just about football and the skills. He's actually probably more about the grades.
Yeah, for sure. Like it wasn't a day that like after practice in high school, it wasn't a day that went by that he was not saying like grades.
Right.
So in the back of your head, you just know like grades.
Right.
Coach talks about it every day.
Right.
Like every day.
Yeah.
So.
And that's good.
Yeah.
So then, as far as like the whole the highlight video process, like, were you sending out highlight videos and all that, or it was mainly just like Stoner doing it behind the scenes?
Nah, Stoner, he did it behind the scenes, but he was making it do it. Like he was making us grow up. He was making us do it. He was making us make Twitters.
Yeah.
Put our stuff out there. You send them to coaches. You send them to schools you like.
Wow.
Like, he was making us be mature about it.
That's good. Yeah.
He was doing it the right way. 2-minute video. Put your explosive plays in the front.
Right.
No music.
Right.
And like just do this tape for recruiting.
No
like,
music. Yep.
Yeah. So he was doing it the right way. And he made us like send it to coaches, post it on Twitter, tag coaches, everything. DM coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, Twitter's huge for that and getting your name out there.
Yeah.
So then, what was that feeling when you finally signed D1?
It was a good. It was a great feeling because that's like every athlete's goal is to play like Division I sports. Right. And then when I signed to Howard, I was just like excited. When I went on my visit, everything was like the best. It was just like home. You feel me?
Right.
I loved it. Yeah.
Where's Howard at?
DC, middle of DC. Yeah.
Okay. So then, what was it like finally getting there and like being on campus and feeling like you arrived?
It was fun because like what I want to tell everybody is college is a good experience. You meet people like from all over the world. Like, I was meeting people from Hawaii, Cali, Texas, like Pittsburgh. Like it was just everywhere, and I was just like, yo, this is like amazing. Like I never met this many people. I'm from Baltimore, live in York. Right. I just know my York peoples. Like now I'm meeting people that families is rich, people driving Benz. I'm like, yo, this shit is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So then you get on campus, you start practice. What was the workload like going, just so like kids know, like D1, like, you know, I'm sure it's super serious. You got film, you got, you know,
Our, like,
practice.
Yeah, when we got to Howard, they brought us up for like summer camp. Like, it was some people that got invited to summer camp. That was like the people who were like freshmen that were looking like that they were gonna play.
Right.
So like when we first got up there, we weren't even allowed to practice with the sophomores, juniors, or seniors. We had our own freshman conditioning.
Right.
And like when we got up there, it was like 90 degrees out there. We had to condition in the morning.
Wow.
So that's when the turf was nice and hot. And our coach, they gave us all black cleats, like free black cleats, free gear. We was working out in it. Yeah. We had to do our conditioning test. This is when we first stepped on campus. Our conditioning test, Coach O'Mary had us do like 11 or 110s or something like that.
Right.
Everybody like, it's easy. Bruh, we got done, bro. We had blisters on our feet. Oh, my man, he was from Cali. He had to stop like in the middle of the workout because he could not breathe. Like he was saying, like the air out here is not as clear as Cali air.
Right.
Like yeah. So that it was crazy.
So you said 110s. What are 110s?
Like 100-yard sprints. Like,
okay.
To the back of the end zone.
Oh wow.
Then you had to walk back, and that walk back was your break. So while you walking back, it's hot. You could get water. Your legs shaking. You're like, damn, yeah. But when you get back, like when the last person get back, you back on the line.
Wow.
And that shit was ridiculous. I'm like, yo, that's the first time ever. Like, cause we had black cleats on. I took my cleats off. He gave us a break at like 6 or 5 to get water. I took my cleats off. I'm like, yo, I got blisters on my feet. He said, if y'all feet hot, pour water on y'all feet. So everybody go to the water jar, pour water. Bro, our shit was steaming after that. That shit was crazy. Yeah. It was a good experience. It was a great experience.
So then, you went through all that in the summer, and then how was it? So where was your first? Who'd you play first? Do you remember?
We played Ohio.
At Ohio?
Yeah, at Ohio.
Oh, wow. So how was that, like, stepping on the college campus?
That was crazy, too, because, like, Ohio, Ohio, they get, like, big-time recruits that transfer down. So, like,
they had high school schools, right?
Yeah, they had some dogs. But, like, we went at them. Newton had, like, 600 yards of offense. We broke, like, the NCAA record.
First game?
First game.
Wow.
I was started as a true freshman. Wow. We broke the NCAA record of offense, but we lost. That shit was bad, bro, but we could have beat
lost, but he got 600 yards.
Yes.
Wow.
Like, it sounds crazy. Like, we were hyped up. We were up on them at halftime, and then they came out, returned the opening kickoff. After that, it was downhill.
Wow.
But, like, two of my teammates, they're in the NFL now. My man Ezra, he played for the Redskins or the Commanders.
Right.
He had 230 yards off of like 6 catches, 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
My other boy, he got drafted to the Chiefs. His name Brian Cook.
Yeah. Yeah,
he was snapping too. Like that team right there, we should have had like 6 NFL guys.
Wow.
That's awesome. We're gonna have 6 NFL guys because 2 already went.
Right.
My boy Parsons, he play at Hawaii now. He gonna go.
Yeah.
My boy Kyle, he play receiver. He gonna go.
Right.
My boy Free, he transferred to William & Mary. He gonna go. And then I'm next.
You're next.
We got a couple guys. We got a couple. My man Rod. We got a couple guys.
Yeah.
Like so.
Be more up next.
Yes, sir.
So you said about Newton. What was it like playing with Newton? Because I'm a huge Cam Newton fan.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Like I'm just like,
It was crazy. It was just like imagine seeing like a shorter version of Cam Newton.
Right.
Like everybody watched Cam Newton like NFL Network, how he a leader and stuff. Newton was just like that. And he would never act like he was like Cam Newton's brother though. Right. That was the best part about it. He wasn't like cocky, he wasn't none of that. He was humble. Right. He was a leader, he was a good guy. Like yeah, he was God first guy. He didn't cuss. He will not cuss.
Same just like Cam. Cam God first.
Yeah, he will not cuss. Like we used to try to get him to cuss, he would not cuss. Like he was like, dang, or something like. But yeah, he was a good guy. He was bow-legged too. Like
I saw his one post about that, and I was just like, I would have never known unless he posted about it.
Before I went to Howard, I was watching like Howard videos of him playing and shit. So I'm like, yo, this guy really bow-legged. But I'm like, he probably slow. He can't run like that. But when I got like to play with him, we would run like read option. I would see him run the ball. I'm like, yo, this guy is so fast. Like with those legs, bro. Like he didn't let nothing stop him, and he was like one of the hardest workers on the team too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, man. So then you're at Howard. How many were you there? 2 years?
Yeah, I was there 2 years.
Yeah. And then making the decision to go into the transfer portal. What was that process like for kids that don't know about the transfer portal? What is it, like an easy operation or is it tough to kind of navigate?
I would say the transfer portal is like tricky. It changed college football because coaches, when it was old recruiting, it was no transfer portal. Like you couldn't go get a guy. You couldn't be a PA and get a guy from Cali.
Right.
Like Cali guys were staying on the West Coast, East Coast guys were staying on the East Coast. But now it's like you can get somebody from anywhere.
Wow. And
that's changing the game. And it's changing the game for high school guys too because college coaches, they're looking at like, okay, I see a receiver, 6'3", 200. He redshirted at any big school. Mm-hmm. I'm taking him over a 17, 18-year-old because he's more mature. He probably understands the game better than them.
Right.
And he could get straight to it and play.
Right.
Instead of a freshman that gotta wait, develop him. Nah, they're not college football. They're not developing players no more. Right. It's just straight. They're going to the portal, getting JUCO players, getting transfers.
Wow.
But nah, like the transfer portal, it is tricky though, cause you can get lost in there.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't got enough film or you don't got no place to go, it's
right.
over for you. You're just gonna be sitting in there like, what's my next move? So I would say like, if your situation is not bad at your school, stay at your school, stick it out, go through some adversity.
Right.
But if it's a real reason you should transfer.
Yeah, especially with this generation, I feel like there's gonna be so many kids just going in the portal just because one little bad thing happens and they want to boo-hoo, want to go in the transfer portal, and so I could see that being like a bad part of it. But if you have real reasons to why you want to leave and have a better opportunity somewhere else, take the advantage of it. Now, as far as, were you at Howard? I guess not. Maybe when you your second year, but did they have NIL deals back then?
That just started like last year.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of my teammates at Howard got some NIL deals.
Yeah.
NIL deals.
Yeah, and like I watched a couple of podcasts of. I think it's like the quarterback in Nebraska, and then a couple Michigan guys. I heard them talking about like they're making like six figures in college. Like, that's wild.
The receiver, his name Jordan Addison.
Yeah,
he won like the best receiver award last year. He got offered 6 figures to like go to USC. 6 figures, bro. Wow. Like that's ridiculous.
Right.
To get paid in college, like he could feed his family off there. Like he probably even had to go to the NFL if he didn't want to. He could just live off his college career and just be good forever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely changing the college journey because I feel like players don't have to struggle.
Yeah, nah.
As far as especially you guys, being college athletes, like you don't have time to have a job.
Yeah.
Like they don't even give you time to have a job, a part-time job. Like,
yeah.
So I feel like that's gonna change the whole college experience. But yeah, so going from Howard, you enter the transfer portal, and then you ended up at Shippensburg.
Mm-hmm.
What made you settle with Ship, and how was your transition going from D1 to D2?
The reason I settled with Ship was because of our head coach, Coach Matt. He recruited me in high school, and he was probably like one of the only Division II coaches to come to my house and actually meet my mom and actually talk to her.
Wow.
Yeah, so I went to Shippensburg because of Coach Mack, and I was like familiar with Shippensburg. I ran track there a lot. Right. Went up there a lot, and I was like, yeah, this the school, like, this the one.
Right. So then what was that like? Like I said, going from D1 to D2, it's like D1, it's like, up on this pedestal.
Yeah. But in all seriousness though, the PSAC, it's a competitive like conference.
Oh yeah.
So like you'll see some dogs like you'll see some people like, oh, he not supposed to be playing in the P set.
Right.
Like, or some teams, like, you feel me? But D1, D2, it's really no, it's a difference, but it's really no big difference because everybody balling.
Right.
And if you ball out, you can get picked up, like, from anywhere.
Right.
So, all the D1, D2 hype, you just got to ball out. Everybody playing football at the end of the day.
Right.
You feel me? Like, because I be seeing guys in D1, because I was a Division I athlete, I know I'll bust their ass. I don't, like, for real, though.
Right.
Seriously. So, everybody got to get that out their head, D1, D2, D3.
Yeah.
Man, it's just a blessing to be playing college football.
Right.
Imagine if you couldn't play college football. There's people that would die to play college football.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then even going like the Juco route.
Yeah,
I love watching Last Chance U.
Yeah.
Like that is so awesome that they get that second chance, and then a lot of them, go to the
league,
NFL from there.
Yeah.
Like it's
and like Juco ball, that's probably like the best ball because that's like the dogs.
They're really trying to make it.
The dogs that didn't have the grades to make it, but was really nice.
Right.
Like, so.
Yeah. So then you're at Ship, and then, you got injured. Did you get injured at during a game? Or was it?
I actually got injured twice.
Oh wow.
Like people don't know that. I don't really speak on it, but like,
right.
I felt like whole last year, God was like testing my faith. Like God was testing me. Like you pray for all this stuff. I'm going to really test you and see if you really want it. I'm going to put you through some things that's going to make you walk alone. Here, like,
right.
That's why I trust God. I got faith. I love God.
That's awesome.
And I feel like right now, at this point in my life, he's making me walk alone. You feel me?
Right.
Like, I lost people I loved.
Mm-hmm.
I lost some friends. I lost a lot of people. But, like, I prayed for that, though. Like, 'cause I pray every night. I wouldn't lie to you. I pray every night. And one of my prayers was remove people I asked God, could he remove people that didn't have pure intentions from me? Mm-hmm. And I lost people.
Started losing friends.
Yeah, I lost a lot of people, bro. Like, on a serious note.
Right.
So, that's why I felt like God, that whole last year, my life was crazy. And and people wouldn't know that because I'm a low-key person.
Right.
Dorsey be more like,
right.
But I was really going through, like, hell last year. Like, with football, school, my love life, and everything.
Right.
And I felt like God was just sitting me down. Mm-hmm. And like, yo, life is real. Like,
right.
So I felt like he just sat me down. I got injured twice. I got injured spring ball before the season. I was like, I was going crazy.
Yeah.
I broke my right ankle. I had to get surgery done. Mm-hmm. I broke my ankle week 9 against ESU. So I went through 2 ankle breaks.
Same ankle?
Nah, my right one and my left one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I went through 2 ankle breaks.
Wow.
In
like,
1 year.
In 1 year. Yeah.
That was last year.
Wow.
And like life just right there. That was God testing me. Like, God told me, I'm gonna test your faith. Like,
right.
I'm gonna see if you really faithful, if you loyal.
Right.
And God blesses the loyal and faithful ones.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just trying to keep my mind right. Keep striding. You feel me? Because people, you can't give up when God is putting you through some things. That's just Him testing you. Like,
right.
I'm gonna see if you really the one. If you can stick through this. If you can weather this storm.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I weather this storm, I'm gonna be back.
Right.
That's why I'm going so hard right now. I gotta weather the storm. I gotta trust God, cause with God, all things are possible. I got that tattooed. You feel me? Like,
facts. What, Philippians?
Yup.
Yeah, I have that same tattoo.
I really believe that though.
Yeah. It's like you go through this adversity to get to the light.
Yeah, for sure.
He puts you through that.
At the end of the tunnel, it's going to be light, bro. But you got to get through the tunnel first. And that's the process I'm going through right now, getting through the storm, like.
Right. And that's awesome that you talk about that, because not a lot of people talk about that. They just show their highlights on Instagram and all that, and to know that you're going through that, this prolific high school athlete, D1 athlete, it's you still have struggles as well. Yeah, for sure. And trusting God through all that is amazing. So then, as far as the season goes coming up, you're working off season right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And you work with Hakeem.
Yeah, Hakeem.
Prolific and all them. Yeah, man, he puts you guys to work
Yeah,
over there.
He be getting us right,
Shout out
man.
Prolific. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, I think that's you know, it's definitely good that you're going through that, and so then you'll be ready.
Yeah, for sure.
As far as going into the season, yeah. Yeah, and then you blessed me. I was able to come up to Ship this year.
Sure.
I got to film a football game in the rain,
We had 2 back-to-back rain games.
Oh man, that's the worst. Yeah. But you know, I was blessed to be able to come into your guys' locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a dope little spot in there for like a D2.
Yeah, we got like
atmosphere.
Our locker room right now is better than Howard's locker room, better than a couple
Really?
of D1. Yeah, better better than a couple of. It's just we was blessed to get that though. Like that's a crazy locker room. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, definitely gets the vibes going before the game. So then, did you have to go? Where were you at during like coronavirus? Like, what school? Were you kind of in the middle of school?
I was at Shippensburg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what was that like going through all that? That was
that was crazy.
The worst.
We had like our team. That team right there, we had 3 receivers that could have went to the league. My boy Winston, he transferred to Penn State, but he don't play football no more. Right. My boy Chuck, he going through the process right now. He got signed by a CFL team. And my boy Josh, he transferred to Shepherd. He going through the process right now. He might get picked up by an NFL team, but we had some dogs. Like if you thought my team last year was good, that team we were undefeated. Like we could have played for national champ. Yeah, we had some dogs.
Right. Yeah, that had to be.
But COVID broke all that up. Like, COVID messed up a lot of things. But it's also a blessing. They give us an extra year of football.
Oh, so, yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, that's a huge blessing.
For sure.
So then, future plans in football, obviously, make it to the league.
Yeah, for sure.
But how many years left do you have
I got
eligibility?
2 years left. So I'm going to finish this year out at Shippensburg and then probably grad year somewhere else.
Right.
Try to find a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was also thinking like, I don't even need to use my extra year. I'm 22. I could go for 1,800 yards, go crazy, and just go to the league. Next year I could be a millionaire. Next year I was really thinking about it like, I don't have to wait. I could really blow it up.
Speak it into existence.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Like I could really blow it up and be a millionaire next year. Go to the NFL. But it's gonna take hard work. It's a process for sure.
Huge process, yeah. So then, going through all that, and then on top of that, becoming a father. Yeah. That's awesome, man. So how old's your little boy?
He 1 now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of you guys out on York High's field the other day. That's awesome.
Just trying to show him the ropes, man.
Right. What was that like, becoming a father and, seeing your son for the first time? Like, that had to be...
Yeah, that was like the whole like experience when I first found out I was a dad. I'm like, everybody always asks me that, like, what was you thinking? Like,
because you were young, right?
Yeah, bro. I'm
How old?
I was 20.
20, yeah. When you found
so
out.
I was like, his mom, she came in the room. She just threw the pregnancy test on the dresser.
Oh man.
And I'm like, nah, you lying.
At this point, you were at Howard, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, you lying. She like, what am I lying about? Like, it's right here. Like,
right.
And it was 2 of them. I'm like, damn. Immediately, I'm just.
Wow.
She crying. She left the room. I'm just in my bed in my head like, yo, this is for real. Like, I really got a baby on the way. Like, I go take a shower. I'm letting the shower run on my back. I ain't even washing up. I just let it run on my back. I'm like,
feeling that.
Yeah, I'm just feeling that. I'm like, damn. But then after a while, once I told my mom, she actually told my mom first because I wasn't even trying to tell my mom. I ain't telling my mom. She actually went downstairs to tell my mom.
Oh wow.
I'm like, yeah. I'm just. After my mom was like cool with it, I was getting excited, and I actually wanted a girl, but I was like, got that boy. I'm like, damn, not his ass bad, but in all seriousness though, I respect my son's mother though, because
Right.
any other mom, teen mom, could have told me like drop out.
Oh yeah.
Drop out. You gotta come take care of your son. But nah, she
Wow.
actually, she holds it down, and I appreciate her for that for sure. Cause
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about my son at all. Like
Right.
while I'm at school chasing my dreams. You feel me?
Right.
And that's why I forever have her back on that. Cause
Yeah.
she lets me chase my dreams, and she don't complain. She don't do nothing. She just get the job done.
Right.
Like she really a good ass mom for real.
Yeah.
Not like, cause as a parent, like you just be like, God, it's my kid, like.
Right.
But I don't have to worry. I don't have to like wonder if my son is eating. I don't have to wonder if my son's in trouble. I don't have to worry about none of that. I could really just call her, see my son, and
Right.
yeah. So I'll forever like back her, respect her on that. She a good ass mom, but yeah, I appreciate
Facts.
her for sure.
Yeah, man, that's kind of how I am with my son's mom. Like, I respect her so much and like all she does. And my boy is like 3.5, and it's so cool seeing him at that age. Like being able to go to the park with him and watching him just kind of run around. I'm sure your son is just, he's just talking gibberish right now. So you don't really understand him.
Yeah.
But being able to share those memories is awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but like I be telling my boys, like, if you really like in love with somebody, treat them right, cause when it's gone, it's gone. And love will drive you crazy for real. You feel me?
Love
like,
drives a lot of people crazy.
Like, and I had to experience that too. Like, I ain't think like love was really like all that. I was on the high road doing like whatever.
Selfish, self-centered.
Like shit like that, bro. But like, if you got a good ass woman in your life, bro, treat her right, like, cause they'll really hold you down before anybody, and they'll have your back, for sure.
Right, and you're kind of like the first one out of your friend group to have a kid, right?
Yeah.
I think you're like the only one, right?
I'm the only one, Me, Eric. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Eric. Yep. Yeah. So like they're learning from you too.
Yeah, that's how I've always been though. Like me, Martin, Deja, I would always go through something first, and then they will go through it, and then I'll be telling them about it, and I'll get them advice, bro. Like me, Martin, Deja, like we really all connected, cause we really all going through the same things right now. Like everything that I'm going through, they're going through. Like with sports, all that.
Yeah.
So like, and I be giving them advice, bro. I be telling them like, yo, I tell them be loyal. I tell them straight up, like, I don't sugarcoat nothing with my boys. Like, if you my boy, you my boy. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. And I be telling them like, yo, be loyal to your girls, bro. Like, cause at the end of the day, she the one. She gonna back you before anything. Like, they gonna be the ones that really love you for who you are. And like, and if you let that go, that shit over, bro. So be loyal. That's all I be saying. Like, you could have fun. You could do whatever you want. Just treat the person you love right.
Especially at your guys' age. Like, and especially nowadays with social media, like there's so many distractions. And
that's another thing. Like, I regret social media. I was too like
me too.
Too hyped up. I was too hyped up. Social media get you in trouble. Like that's why I be backing away from it a little bit now, trying to get my mind right. Cause social media take over your mind too.
Oh yeah,
like
it's addictive.
Yeah, it's addictive, and like people could be like, I don't know how to say it, but like people can hide behind social media. You feel me? They can act like somebody they're not.
Right.
So you don't really all that social media shit. That should be all for the hype. That's why I be
Well,
I don't even feed into it no more.
Like I said, like people are only posting their highlights, so it's like you don't see that behind the scenes stuff that's going on and all that. Yeah, because what was done in the dark come to the light. Like everybody say they training and doing all this stuff. You don't need to post all your workouts. You don't need to. You don't need to do all that. If you working, you working. Like I told Mont the other day. Cause Mont, that's really like my brother for real. Like we be having like real life man to man conversations. I told him the other day. I said, bro, you could fool me, you could fool your mom, you could fool your dad, you could fool your girl, you could fool anybody. But there's two people you can't fool, and that's yourself and God. Cause at the end of the day, you gotta look in the mirror at yourself, and you gotta question. You gotta ask yourself, is this really
Just really, am I putting in the work to be successful?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you in your own head. You feel me? And nobody else can get in your head. It's
Right.
if, am I putting in the work to do this? Am not even like on no football tip in life.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could do wrong and you know you did wrong, but
Right.
you'll never admit it. God knew, only you and God know if you did wrong or if you was doing right.
Right.
And that's going to be in your head for forever. Like,
Right.
feel me?
Yeah. You know, you talked about your guys' close friend group, and you know, what was it like? So you broke the record, and then next year Deja broke your record.
Yeah.
What was that like? It was like you had all that hype for a year, and then but then it was cool because it was like your boy broke it.
Like when I already knew, like, once my senior year ended,
yeah.
George just like, I seen this look in his eyes. I'm like, it's a look. I'm like, yeah.
I had no
boy.
idea.
Like,
I mean,
nobody, only I knew, because, like, I posted, I'm like, right after that game, I'm like, Deja next. But, like, Deja been a hidden talent for so long. Like, when we played Little League, he was a tight end and kick returner. That's like, that don't even make sense. Tight end and kick return. Like, that don't even make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all.
But, like, I just knew, like, I'm like, yo. Because I played with Deja most of my life, too. Him and Mont. I'm like, yo, Deja is the one. Watch. Like, I'm telling everybody, like, next year, like, I just told him, let my record stand for 6 months. Because I already knew when the football season kid was a wrap.
Yeah.
And when he was doing all that shit, I was in school like, yo, this guy's amazing. Like,
right.
he was doing whatever he wanted. Like, whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo.
Yeah. Do you see he changed his Instagram name?
Deja up now.
Deja up now.
He got to get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But nah, that's my boy. I was happy he broke it. Like, I already told him, like, he was going to break it. But, like, he completely just shattered it, though. Like,
I know, yeah.
3K, I'm like, yeah, that's amazing, bro.
And it's crazy because he missed the game.
Yeah, he got hurt.
He got hurt Southwest.
Messed his ribs up.
And, like, he definitely could have.
He could have went, like, 4K for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
He was really snapping. And people were like, are you mad that he broke your record? I'm like, no, that's my boy. That's, like, my best friend. Like, I don't care. Like, I've never been a hater. I'll be number 2 for my guy.
Right.
But he about to be number 2 now, and I'm gonna be number 3.
Yeah,
Florida up next. And Florida might shatter his shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, so it was fun though. Like that hype, the hype breaking the record. That shit was fun. It was a good look. But I'm trying to break ship record now. I'm trying. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm trying to go crazy. Like, crazy.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's crazy looking back at those games, like your season and then the next season, Deja's season, like the attendance for York High games were huge.
It's crazy.
And now I saw Florida posted, well, I mean, I've seen it with my own eyes, but it's like, it's crazy. The attendance has just been like so down. And it's like,
for sure.
What, like, you know, they only, you know, the old saying, like, they only love you when you're up.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, but it's like, but you guys never went down.
Yeah,
it's like, that's what I don't understand.
Ever since my senior year, we've been in the county championship.
Yeah.
Every year after that.
Like, it's not like you guys went back to 1-9.
Yeah.
Like, you guys stayed at the top.
Nah, the fans of York High, they hard. Like, growing up in the city, I've been hearing it. Like, people, they, if you don't do this, they're gonna hate you. When you're good, like, it's just like I was talking about. You just ball out. You can't make everybody happy. Right. Like, they're gonna come regardless. They're gonna spend their $2 to get in the game. They're gonna come. Right. Like, just keep winning. Just keep winning. Right. And the fans are gonna come. It's gonna fall into place.
Right. So you spoke about were you born in Baltimore?
Yeah.
So you're from Baltimore?
Yeah.
How long did you live there?
Till I was like 8 or 9. Then I moved up here.
In the city?
Yeah.
In Baltimore?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy down there. That's why my mom moved us up here, me and my brothers. Right. So we just was up here. Yeah. Yeah, but it's crazy up here too now.
I know. So it's like,
and then you can't really escape it. Right. It's you just gotta stay in your lane, and that's what I be doing. I be trying to stay in my lane, just be great. Yeah. Like, cause I ain't no tough guy. I don't even care to be tough. Right. Like, cause people really dying out here. Right. And I don't care to be tough, and that's what I be telling my boys. Like, y'all boys don't gotta be tough. Like, just stay in your lane, bro. You don't. Right. street life ain't for everybody. That's what I had to find out. Like God, he really puts people in like certain positions of how he wants you to live. Because if I try to go do something that's not meant for me, I'm gonna get caught. Like if somebody else go do it, they could get away with it. That's not how God want me to live my life, though. You feel me? Like, it's just like people say, it's levels to it. I be respecting that. Like, y'all boys, I stay out the way, man. I be low key. I don't try to show face too much. I stay in the same. I do the same things. Work out, chase my dream, and just try to be a good dad. Try to be a good person. Live with pure intentions. Right. Cause everybody's road is different. At the end of the day.
Right. Yeah, it's like you can't, like, you know, you live that lifestyle. Eventually, you're gonna get caught.
Yeah, for sure.
Eventually, you're gonna go down this long road of pretty much nothingness, and God's definitely not in the middle of that. You know, so I think you're definitely on the right track. Yeah. I wanted to talk about. So I found out that you got tattooed by my cousin. Yeah. Colby Snyder. So. How'd you even find him? How'd you get linked up with him?
Cause my older brother, Buddha, they was getting tattooed by him. Okay. And I'm like, I always wanted to get a portrait of my son, like. Right. And I'm like, I gotta find the right person to do it.
Yep. He's
like,
the one.
Yeah. I'm like, I gotta find the right person to do it. And I'm like, I'm gonna just hit him up, see it, like, just trust him. Right. It came out. That joint was so hard. Like everybody see it, like, oh my God, it look just like your son. I'm like, yeah, he's nice for sure. Yeah, man. That was like my inspiration growing up. Was like seeing him and his progression. He's been doing art for his whole life. I locked him in with my brother. My brother big into art. But your cousin, like, he's really nice in art.
He's like next level.
Yeah, like he's type stuff. He's humble about it too. Like he could really have some pieces in the museum. Like I'm telling him like, yo, like you did this. He like. Yeah, but it's all right. Like, it's not my best work. I'm like, bro, this is legendary. Right. He told me he got a little tech deck. Oh, yeah? Tech deck boards. He said he got one of them like he drew on one of the back of one of them, and he put it on the tech deck. And he like hung it up or something. You can buy it, all that. I'm like, yo, that's legendary, bro. Like,
yeah, he did a couple of them. He used to design for like a longboard. Yeah. I don't know if it was a longboard company or what, but he's got a couple of designs like on skateboards and longboards.
That's tough. That's very tough. Like, if you could get that, you legendary. Right.
Yeah. Was that a long process to get in his books?
Hell yeah. That boy be booked. Like when I told my boys back at school, I'm like, you get what?
You gotta wait a whole year.
Yeah, you can get in with him. I said I booked my appointment last year. Like, I just got in. You feel me? Yeah. Yeah, nah, but it's worth it. It's worth it, and he's good pricing too. So yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah. So you know, you already kind of talked about it, but like, you know, mental health and like how you deal with it, like, you know, you basically just trust God through. Yeah, I'm big on mental health because your mental health is like if you don't have that straight. You can't do nothing. Like mental health is big, and that's like after football, that's what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to work with athletes and their mental health because people don't know what athletes like go through.
Yeah, so much.
Like so much. Like people like the backgrounds. It's crazy. Like I was talking to my coach. I like when I was at Ship, I wasn't really talking like to nobody. I was staying to myself, just trying to get my life right. But I had finally opened up and talked to my head coach. I'm really telling him like, yo, like my life was crazy this last semester. Like, my grades were bad. Like, I'm really tell you the real spill. Like my grades were bad. Wow. I was about to get kicked out of school, bro. Like, wow. Cause I had broke my ankle in the spring, and I'm like, they had me on the boot. I'm like, yo, I'm not going to class.
I remember that. You showed up at a York High game on the boot.
On the boot. Like, but nobody in the city knew, cause
I had no idea. I was like, what? I didn't even know if it was you or not.
Yeah, I didn't tell nobody. So I went through that. I was on that boot, had to get surgery and stuff. Right. And I'm like, yo, I told my coach, I'm like, yo, like my mental health was messed up, bro. Like, I wasn't like, people would have never knew. I wasn't complaining or nothing. Right. I just dealing with myself. Like, I'm like, yo, coach, like, as a college athlete, bro, this semester, like, nobody has to go through what I go through. Like, I'm a dad, you feel me?
Yeah.
I broke both of my ankles. Like at school, you could get like parking tickets. They had my car in the boot.
So your foot and the car were in the boot.
I had 2 boots. You feel me? My car was in the boot. So now I'm on crutches. How am I gonna get around campus? You feel me? The school cops booted my car up.
Well, you just parked like in a bad spot, or
I parked like behind my building because I was on crutches. I had to get down the steps and stuff like that. So I parked there. I come out one morning about to go to class. I'm like, yellow boot. Bro. Please don't move this vehicle.
Wow.
I'm like, bro. At that point, I'm like, bro, I don't even care about school. Like, I'm just trying to get right. But like I was saying before, that was God shaping me, bro. Like, I done lost, like I said, I lost people that was valuable to me. Like my girl, I lost my girl. Like we was going through some shit, like, and that shit. It just like all that stuff made me mature. Like at that moment in my life, like I just said I have to grow up. Yeah. Like, and everybody has that moment. It's life. You can't escape life. Everybody could probably go back in their head and talk about a time where life shaped them. And like last year, right now, like my life is doing a whole 360, bro. Like
it's like you went through that for a reason.
Yeah, but like I know, like I was saying earlier, I know God is putting me through this for a reason. Like He's telling me like I have better for you, but and you prayed for better, but I'm gonna make you work for this. Like I'm gonna make you go through some things that's gonna shape you, because you ain't ready for what I'm about to put you through in 2 years. You feel me? Right now, you gotta mature. You feel me? So I really feel like God is shaping me. He took away people I loved to, cause maybe I didn't deserve them. You feel me? Maybe I didn't deserve them at that time, or like maybe I just didn't deserve them. Maybe they were too good for me, and I had to be removed. You feel me?
Yeah.
And He's telling me like, now I'm gonna shape you to how I want you to be. I'm gonna make you into the man I want you to be. And I feel like I'm taking it head on. Like I'm taking it head on. I'm not ducking nothing. Like if this what God want me to go through, I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna keep praying. I ain't gonna lose faith, because people, they lose faith. Like I ain't never gonna lose faith, bro, because I know I was a born winner. Like I'm a champ. You feel me? And if you want to be a champ, you want to be a winner, you gotta go through some things. You gotta struggle. You gotta go hard. Like you gotta really put your head down. That's what I lived my life like. Next play mentality. That was our play in high school. I mean, like, that was our slogan in high school. Next play. And I lived that in my life. Like next play. Like I can't dwell on the past, because I already been through it. Like, and God's doing this for a reason. So I'm next play. What's next? Like, keep praying, keep pushing. That's like, I want to tell everybody that, because like when my dad passed away, he used to always like, the last thing my dad told me before he passed away was never be like afraid to share the word of God with people. Wow. And if they laugh at you, they ain't really for you. You feel me?
Wow.
So like that was the last thing he told me.
That's powerful.
So now I live my life like that. I'm never afraid to tell anybody about God, because God is good, bro. At the end of the day, like you praise Him, bro. You worship Him, He gonna bless you. I don't question nothing. Like I don't question nothing at all what God does. Like I just really lock in and be like, all right, God, that's what you want. All right, I'm gonna do it. This person not for me right now. I ain't for this person right now. All right. It's a reason for that. Maybe I got to get better. Maybe I needed to do that. Maybe I needed to see that or see something so it could shape me. You feel me? And I feel like last year, life was just shaping me, bro. Like everything, like everything. And that shit was just a process. It still is a process. Being a dad, doing all the right
still
things.
Going through it.
Yeah, I'm still going through it.
Still got the next play.
Yeah, next play, always.
Like realizing that all we have is right now.
Yeah, right now.
Like, you know, the past is in the past for a reason, and I feel like that's a good motto for anybody in life.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
whole next play mentality.
Yeah.
Of like, you just gotta keep pushing.
Keep pushing, bro, because things are gonna get rough. It's life. You're gonna go through things, but like, it's how you let those things shape you. Like, are you gonna cry about it? Like, everybody's life is hard. But it's hard to be great. Like I was having a conversation with my child mom, like my son mom, like she was complaining about all this stuff, and I'm like, yo, like, everything gonna be okay, bro. Like, you don't gotta stress, bro.
Right.
Just trust the process. Trust God. Like, everything's gonna be okay. Like, you know, everybody go through shit though. Like, everybody. Like, it might not seem like it. Millionaires go through it too. Like,
there's some of the most unhappy people. The millionaires.
Yeah, that's what I be saying. Like, life hits everybody, bro. You can't escape that. Like, nobody's life is perfect. Everybody goes through something. Everybody goes through adversity. It's how you let that adversity shape you. It's how you attack that adversity. Like, me, I love a challenge, bro. I love, like, the process. I was never one of those guys that, like, tried to shorten it. I love, like, yeah, like, we gonna get through this. Like, it's gonna be fun too.
Right, and realizing that, like, we go through seasons.
Yeah,
you talked about like kind of shaving off those friends that weren't good for you, and like reshaping your, like, God is just like reshaping you right now for this season coming up.
Yeah, he like shaping me different. Like, he made my mentality go up. Yeah, a whole nother level. Like,
yeah, you're on like a whole
that's what
level.
that's what I'm
with the
saying.
Stuff
like,
that you're saying.
I'm on a whole nother level. I look at life different. Like, seeing, like, once my son was born, that really made me look at life different. And the things that I'm going through now, that really makes me look at life different. Like, I'm a grown man now. Like, that's why I be telling my boys, like, yo, I can't. We had a meeting with the AFL. We were talking about wants and needs, and I was talking about my wants and needs. Like, I can't. I gotta go get it. Like, I'm a go getter. Like, if I want something, I gotta go get it. If I need something, I gotta go get it. I was telling my coach, like, I can't. I'm a grown man, bro. I can't ask my mom for money no more. Like, somebody gotta go get it. And I feel like I'm the chosen one. Like, God, I'm the first one out of my brothers to go to college. Like,
oh wow,
yeah. And God, he just telling me, like, God already told me, like, you the chosen one. Like. Like, in my life, like, I've always been set, like, different from everybody. Yeah. And I don't care how people look at me. I don't care what people got to say about me. I wear anything. I don't care. Like, I just feel like I'm chosen, and I'm the one, and I got to do it. Like, I got to get it. And I felt like God really set that in my life. Like, that's my purpose in life. Like, you a go-getter. You going to be one of them. Like, but,
and believing in yourself.
Yeah. Like, I always believed in myself. Like, nobody else did. Like, that's just how I work. You feel me? Like, I'm the one. I gotta do it. Like,
that's powerful. So then, with all that you just said, like, talk about your whole, like, push-ups and prayer thing. Like, that's, like, you know, glorifying God at
but, like,
its most.
how that all started though. Like I was saying, me, Mont, and Deja. I started off by, like, I look strong now, but I used to be so skinny and, like, fragile. I used to work out with my boy Marcus Mitchell. He played for York High. He used to press me out, bro. Like, press me out about working out. I'm like, bro, I'm fast. I'm talented, bro. I'm not working out. But he'll be like, bro, like, you got to get stronger. You're going to be the one. You're going to do all this shit. But I'm like, all right.
Because you're not that tall.
Yeah. So, like, I used to try to be in the weight room, like, 8th grade, trying to bench. I couldn't even do 135. That's a 45 on each side of the bar. I couldn't even do that. Wow. And Marcus, he was like, yeah, you got to get stronger. Marcus and Kirby laughing at me. I couldn't do it. So I'm like, yo, these guys keep laughing at me. I'm going to go home and I'm going to do push-ups before I go to sleep every night. I really dedicated myself to that. And then I brought Mon on. I brought Deja on. I'm like, we're going to do push-ups. And, like, what really got to me, I was up at Mont School visiting. Yeah. And we was talking to our young boy Vic. He was like, I don't know what it was. I don't know, like, what it was. But we just did 100 push-ups a night, and it made us better. So that's why I'm like, push-ups is just like the foundation of everything. It gets your bench up. It gets you right. So that's why I started. Like, at night, I always prayed and I always did push-ups. So I was like, push-ups and prayers. Like, I'm going to do my push-ups, then I'm going to pray, and I'm going to go to sleep. And I did that my whole high school career. It wasn't a day I missed, and I still do it. Wow. I do sets of 50 push-ups. I pray. Because prayer, like, I love prayer because it's just you and God at that point. You feel me? Yep. You could talk to him about anything. Some people say they don't know how to pray, but there ain't no certain way you could like.
No.
You just talk to God, bro.
Have a conversation.
Have a conversation. Talk to God about your day. Like that's what I do every day. I can't wait to go to sleep every day because I know like I pray during the day too, but like when I'm really in my room, lights off, and it's just me and God, bro. I'm talking to Him about my problems. Like I'm asking Him like, help me with these problems.
Right.
Show me like I told God, show me my purpose. A lot of it's a true story. I told God, this when I was at school, like, last month. I'm praying to God. I'm like, yo, I don't even know God. Like, I just need to know my purpose. Like, what's my purpose in life? Like, if you could just show me that, I would be cool. And then the next day, in the spring, it was spring ball. It was the end of spring ball. They didn't even let me practice in, like, the spring. I couldn't do nothing. Like, I just was told to get my grades right and just get healthy. So I'm like, all right. I wasn't allowed to like do nothing. So I'm like, all right, God, show me my purpose. Like, what am I here for? And we had a team meeting, and they told all the seniors to stand up, and I stood up. I'm like, matter of fact, I'm gonna sit back down. I don't even want to talk to the team. But my boy from Harrisburg named Pete, he told me to talk to the team. I respect Pete, so I'm like, I'm gonna talk to the team. And I really got to speak my heart to the team. And God showed me, like, I'm a leader. I'm a natural born leader. Like, that's my purpose. I'm a leader. I'm a guy that's going to get everybody around him better. Right. Like, no matter what. And people respect me for that. Because I shit talk, but, like, I'm not shit talking you just to shit talk. I'm shit talking to get you better. Because it was, like, times I shit talk guys, and they just, like, I fucking hate Dorsey. Like, I'm a smack Dorsey. I love that. If that's going to get you better, bro, do that shit. Because then that's going to make our team better. We're going to win. And that's all I'm about is winning. So, like, God showed me my purpose. I'm a leader. That's why I ride my own wave. I don't be in everybody's face. I stay in my lane, and I just do me. I'm just worried about being successful. You feel me, bro? That's all I want to be. Like, successful. Great and successful. I want my legacy to live past me. Like, you feel me? That's why I do this shit. Like, that's why I be trying to tell, like, I be trying to show people, like, you could really do it. Like, from York. Not a lot of people make it out of York, bro. Yeah. Think about it.
You're the new example.
That's what I'm saying. I be trying to show people, like, it's other ways to this. Like, you could be successful, bro, out of York. You don't got to be a statistic, like, you feel me? I'm gonna show people that it's different ways. I'm different. I really believe that, though. Right. In my heart, I really believe that. So.
Facts. Well, man, dude, you just said, like, so much powerful stuff. Like, we could clip that whole thing. I think ending on that is going to be
for sure
pretty much the end of it. But, I just want to thank you for coming out.
Appreciate you for having me, bro.
I got 3 questions I want to ask you. I kind of want to, like, end the episode with this. So, top 5 dinner guests, dead or alive.
You said top 5 what?
Dinner guests. Like, if you could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive. Top
you said 5?
5, yeah.
The first person would be my pop.
Yep.
My pop, my dad.
Yep.
Shit. Third person, my mom. Dinner guest. Shit, I would like to have dinner with little baby.
Okay.
Nigga probably cash out.
Yeah.
And my son's mom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, getting the family together.
Yeah, for sure.
Top 5 NFL running backs of all time.
Of all time?
In your opinion.
I would have to go with, this is my favorite running back. I would say Chris Johnson.
Yep.
Chris Johnson, Barry Sanders. I would go Emmitt Smith. I respect Emmitt Smith. Yeah. LT. He part of the reason I wear 21.
Wow.
And I ain't really watched those old guys, you feel me? I ain't really. Yeah. I can't really say them. So I'll say AP, Adrian Peterson.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said one of them in your dinner guest, but top 5 artists out right now?
Top 5. My top 5 artists. People. That's why I told you I ride a different weed. People don't be liking who I listen to.
Yeah.
So my top 5 right now, I go Lil Baby, Rollo Rodriguez, my guy.
Oh yeah.
Lil Papa.
Yep.
Lil Durk, and Pride, No Cap.
Okay. Yeah, that's a whole different way.
Yeah.
And you actually got me on the Kodak.
Kodak, yeah. Kodak was my guy. Kodak fell off a little bit though. He getting back though. He getting back, yeah. Kodak getting back. I started bumping him again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put him in the top 5 though.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, you got me into him, and I remember like you were always like putting
free
him
Kodak.
on there. Yeah.
Free Yak. Yeah.
And putting him on there, but But yeah, man. So that's it, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro.
That was awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
Yo, so that's a wrap. Do you want to plug any like social, like your socials, where they can reach you?
Just follow me on anything. Beamer Up Next.
Beamer
on
Up Next.
Everything.
Beamer Up Next, and
Yes,
then
sir.
for me, Brock Lane Films
Yes,
on
sir.
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that.
Hottest cameraman out right now.
Facts. And we're just gonna, first guess, but we're just gonna keep on keeping on, man.
Yes,
Trust in God.
Yes, sir.
So
Trust
that's
God.
it. Thank you for listening, watching, all that streaming. It's official. Brock's here.